Abomination killed in 5 seconds. The team doesn't even hurt him. The Patriarch, 14 seconds. I remind we are in Hell on Earth with 6 players on the game. Matriarch, 16 seconds. And people are afraid of her. I never understand why. Even at our first meeting, she was weak. Hans Volter, 22 seconds. The real strongest boss of Killing Floor 2, humiliated in less than 30 seconds by a single player. And finally, King Fleshpound in 55 seconds. You may have seen this online those days and maybe wonder what the hell happened, because this Firebug killing alone big and boss is here since less than a year, and this strategy was made by me for a tournament made by CD players in 11 out of 2023. When one of my teammates asked me how to remove hands fast because we needed to kill 2 of them for the boss wave. I tried the strongest strategy I got in a 6-player skelet hands, and I ended his life before he killed me during a fight that lasted 1 minute 27. I survived because I control ER of the boss and do some dodge I shared in Tips and Tricks Part 1, and in many Perky's broken video like Commando or SWAT. You can say it's not realistic, hence doesn't spawn Z. But that means I don't have Z time either, and in Z time it's this much damage I could deal. So here, Hans is lucky I don't have Z time. This way to remove boss alone was one of my latest way for me to beat my speedrun, but 1 year later I come back, exactly the 19th of month of May in 2024, after secured all the speedrun with the no-nerfed Locust. Like this I can share all the speedrun strategy online, and many of those is shared on the channel, like the Headhunter for Sharpshooter, and since the video about Sharpshooter, more players use the Headhunter, so after Firebug is 11 cheat is out, Killing Floor 2 will burn from the inside out. I wanted to shock people with the Firebug and this strategy, and I shocked them all, even player with over 5,000 hours in Killing Floor 2. And this dude was playing Firebug. So that make me realize, no one knew this strategy before I share it. Make me a cheater or hacker from anyone I've played with. And after sharing the build to prove I wasn't a cheater, and everyone could do the same, I left and come back to do Meet the Z around 2 months later, just to see a swarm of Firebug I've created, doing the exact build I explained to remove all the challenge of the game. For example, MCZ, who had enough to see me chain boss alone in the first 3 days showing the Firebang, and with Firebug himself when I start recording Meet the Support. But now it's time to show not to a small amount of random player I meet online, but to all internet and all player of Killing Floor 2. To do the strategy, you need to take any shotgun. No, no need to use real cheats with support like this dude I randomly meet. You won't need any cheat to beat Killing Floor 2 after this video. As said, you need a shotgun. It's N97 RVH during one of his run against me, who used Dragon Breath and literally insta-kill a bloat. I just want to warn he was the one who bring the shotgun strength as a Firebug, but he was using it only for the wave 2 and then take the weapon I was using for the rest of the game. The whole build was made by me, and 97 copy all build, perks and weapon I used during our long years of fights for the first speedrunner of Killing Floor 2. Since I was Berserker, I couldn't beat his Gunslinger in speedrun, so I started using Demolitionist. Then he saw it, and he used Demolitionist too, then I used Firebug, he used Firebug. Until I used Survivalist with the Locust, the next day he was using Survivalist with the Locust as well. So basically, he copied everything I was doing, and I test this shotgun because I was shocked of the damage he didn't even notice. I was like, what was that? I tried myself with the update of Subduction release in June 6, 2023, but with the last shotgun release in October 13, 2022 that shoots 4 bullets, the Dragon Blaze. And holy fuck, Matriarch died fast. At this moment, I knew I could break my speedrun and the game if I do that online. So I keep it until that day I share it online, as said before. To do the build, you need a level 10 Firebug with Fireground skill, and that's it. You solo the whole end on Earth, no matter the boss and all big alone, online with people or not. While King Fleshpound are the only Z you won't solo, at least online. Because Fireground triple the damage made from the ground. Mean if you are not dumb, with the first skill, bring the hit, that increase damage with 35%, a total of 135 damage. Because at level 10 you also have 10% more damage. The shotgun is the strongest weapon with Fireground. Why, you ask? That's because each bullet in the shell is now 130 more deadly, and what I had was my little ass in front of every boss or big, because I player didn't notice, but panic on Z when you stay in front will make them stand still, but they panic. That means you don't take damage since they don't hit. And since you're on the ground, all the bullets in the shell is stuck in a single hitbox of the Z. Mean the Z stay in the fire and die before he can even touch you. That's why you see on boss fight earlier when I killed them out fast. That's why my track is easy, because she barely move when doing damage. And that's why most of players use this to beat the game now. No need to have skill in game, no need to have medic or team, you just remove everything of Killing Floor 2, alone and online. And after I shared this online for the first time, a lot of players start using Firebug and the perk become a living cheat. Now there is more to know, like the weakness of this build, or what next skill is better to use this build at full damage, but if you are sub to the channel, I believe you are enough smart to know what skill to take. For the others, you can become smart too if you subscribe, and if you don't, what the fuck are you still here? You know everything to ruin Killing Floor 2, so what you waiting for? But I want to warn some of you. Using this strategy remove any difficulty of Killing Floor 2. That means some people like me was bored to see Kevin with 10 hours in Killing Floor 2 remove every Z of the game, that we kick him out of the game. And I will advise you to do the same when you see any Firebug doing this, or if that player asked the team to do this and they agreed. After people know this strategy, I asked them first if I could remove the boss in 10 seconds, because if you know everything about Firebug and every little trick linked to this speedrunner build, you end with our team bored because the Firebug never die, the team kill no Z, have no difficulty, and don't have a reason to play. And as I say during all Meet the Perks, there is no wrong way to play a game as long as you have fun, and of course if you didn't kill the fun of the others. And this last sentence was made specially for Firebug is a living cheat and Meet the Firebug, because I know if you abuse it, no one will have fun on Killing Floor 2 anymore. That's it for the Firebug speedrunner build. There is a lot more to know on this build, like I said before, like how to deal 6 times and not 3 more damage with it, or how to deal with an angry Fleshpound without getting hit a single time. But I talk about it in Meet the Firebug, so you will be way more strong using these cheater perks. And like this, more view for me. I'm a smart ass. I will also talk about Dragon Blaze in Meet the Firebug, but I needed to do this video. I even wanted to do this video after Meet the Z, especially after seeing MCZ, because everyone starts using this strategy where I am literally the asshole who made it, and I didn't have any credit for this, neither for N197. But talking about it before making any video will ruin all my Meet the Perks incoming, so all perks of the game. I couldn't download this until I end the tribute, and there we are, so I can fully ruin Killing Floor 2. You can thank both N197 for his big brain showing the shotgun, and me to show the build, the way to use it in melee and how to remove boss and big. Because I see most of players using Dragon Blaze either without the Fireground, so thanks to them to not remove the difficulty by remove all Z. I really love you from the bottom of my heart, and other players that use Fireground but stay away like a coward, aiming the body and not the ground, making the speedrunner build useless, because they see one player I've trained to do it, but since they suck, they don't even do it properly. And that's over, both for Killing Floor 2 and this video. The next one will be Meet the Firebug, and the tribute will end. Some remain video about perk is broken and some bonus, but I will take my time since I didn't reach my objective to be a paid YouTuber. If you want to help me with that, subscribe, like the videos and comment. If I can be paid doing videos, I will have the time to make a lot of them and faster. But since Killing Floor 3 will be there, I guess everyone will play it and forget Killing Floor 2. No, I'm joking, but since Killing Floor 2 will be filled with Firebug and Killing Floor 3 is a pay to play, have fun, have skin, no one will play Killing Floor anymore. Well, maybe Killing Floor 1. I need to play Killing Floor 1 and ruin it too. But until meet the Firebug, I wish you a good night and burn the shit out of the game, dear Firebug. Burn everything!
Someone. What are we doing?